Started. Looks like we're getting to critical mass here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you all for joining from around the world. It is such a great moment to see an exciting mix of Dojo clients, of OfficeSpace clients, as well as real estate and workplace leaders. If we could advance to the next slide here. We know your jobs are not easy. Planning space, adapting to constant change, aligning with leadership. It's clearly a high stakes, high speed role, and often a very thankless one as well. So we see the pressure that you're all under. And while OfficeSpace has long been at the center of simplifying so much of your day-to-day, we can now let the data do the talking and relieve more of that pressure. And so today we're introducing a major leap forward, in delivering tangible value to our clients and to the market. AI for space planning is no longer a future concept. It is now here, and it's built right into the platform that you already trust. Today, you'll see how teams are designing, optimizing, managing workplaces and their environments even faster than ever before, turning planning from a manual process into a performance engine. And so today, you'll also see the platform live in action with real results and get a glimpse of what that will mean for you and your teams. Advance to the next slide. Let me introduce our speakers here. We are joined by Aaron Mulligan-Helgren, our CEO at OfficeSpace, Andres Avalos, who is our Chief Product Officer, as well as a longtime AI innovator, and also Dan Goldstern, the co-founder of Dojo AI and the architect of its patented workplace management platform. And I'm Yoni Ruash, the Chief Revenue Officer of OfficeSpace. Let me hand it over to Aaron to give you a quick overview of OfficeSpace and where we are today before moving on.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us. For those new to OfficeSpace, we are a workplace management platform trusted by more than 1,700 organizations worldwide. We help teams plan, connect, and manage every aspect of the workplace, from space planning and asset management to workplace experience and visitor management in one integrated, intuitive platform. We ship new capabilities every 2 weeks, always co-developed with our customers, so the platform evolves as fast as your needs do. And every evolution builds on the last. We listen closely to what our clients tell us is hardest, and time again, it's space planning. It takes months, it's manual, and it's critical to getting real estate right. So this became the next logical step for us, bringing AI into space planning. And we knew that Dojo was the best partner to help us do just that. Because here's what we heard from clients. When we asked clients about their biggest pain points, space planning was always number one. Most teams still spend months building stack plans, updating CAD files, and debating layouts across endless approvals. It's manual, it's slow, and it's really unsustainable for the pace of work today. That's what changes with the advent of predictive analytics and AI models. By analyzing real workplace behavior, entries, reservations, meetings, and team networks, these predictive models can surface the best layout options and keep them current as your needs evolve. So instead of siloed data and endless iterations, what you get is unified information, instant insights, and constant confident decisions. Dojo brings a really mature AI architecture trained on real workplace data over years in market. That foundation now powers OfficeSpace's next generation AI models. Let's take a closer look at what is now possible.
When you design your workplace, you define your culture, build for connection, and performance follows. With spaces that are occupied, not overcrowded, vibrant, not vacant, your office becomes a magnet, not a mandate. For 2 decades, OfficeSpace has been the leading platform to help teams plan, connect, and perform across the workplace. Now, we've joined forces with Dojo AI technology to take space planning from months to minutes and optimize every square foot for cost, culture, and collaboration. With AI agents that work around the clock for you inside of OfficeSpace, you don't have to plan the old-fashioned way anymore. If AI can book your travel, why not help design your workplace too? Now you can reimagine your entire portfolio, from single meeting rooms to skyscrapers. With AI that spots patterns you can't see, predicts trends before they happen, brings people who collaborate closer together, automatically restacks fragmented layouts, and instantly turns stack plans into floor plans. So you can build great experiences at every level. Workplaces designed for the ultimate human potential, with agents that plan, so you can lead. Turn real estate into your performance engine with OfficeSpace, the operating system for the built environment.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron, for that overview, and hope that clip
When
gets you
you
all
design your
excited.
work,
As excited as it gets me. Team, with this acquisition, OfficeSpace becomes the very first operating system, an AI operating system specifically for the built world, with end-to-end capabilities all the way to predictively being able to manage space, assets, employee experience, ticketing workflows, workplace analytics to optimize commercial real estate portfolios, and more, all at scale. So now I'd like to hand it over to our two resident AI experts who came together to really bring this vision to fruition. First, OfficeSpace's Chief Product Officer, Andres Avalos, and then also Dojo's co-founder, Dan Goldstern. Andres, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Yoni. And we're going to show you guys some much more exciting walkthroughs here in just a second, so stay tuned. But this is a really exciting time at OfficeSpace and a major milestone for the company. Now, we've already been a category leader when it comes to space planning and the employee experience for so many years. The best thing about OfficeSpace is that we have a product portfolio that has a feature set that's really broad, but also has a lot of depth that we're able to develop across both of those vectors. And with the announcement today, we're going to share a clear vision of what's ahead for you all and for the future when it comes to AI and our AI-powered platform. And that journey does start with Dojo. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Dan. He's going to talk to you a little bit about Dojo and the value that they've brought to the market and the impact it's had on their clients. And then we're going to hear directly from one of those clients here just in a bit on what it's like to work with Dojo. So Dan, over to you.
Thanks, Andres. So Dojo was founded in 2019, before AI was cool, or as cool as it is now, with the goal of making every square foot perform. We built the first patented AI for workplace planning, and we trained it on real client data from hundreds of layouts and hybrid patterns, and many, many data sets. That time in market means that our models are proven and ready, and now they're at the core of OfficeSpace's AI roadmap. Let's actually check it out and see what it looks like to streamline your space planning process. So say you're looking at a restack of your footprint in one of your buildings, and maybe your goal is to reduce the amount of space that you're using. You'd start by choosing the building and selecting a few of those floors. You would see your stack, and the next thing you do is you bring in your real occupancy data and your predictive analytics about the future to determine how much space each group needs in the short term and in the long term. You go to your adjacencies, which is where you can plug in which groups need to be co-located. And this could come from your actual collaboration data from Microsoft 365 or Zoom or Google Workspace. And you could obviously bring in future adjacencies, things that you want to solve for as well. You get granular with your seat types, whether offices or desks, cubicles, or beanbag chairs. And then with a click of a button, you can automate and get a solution from the AI system underneath all this. You get that solution within seconds. You've got the metrics to back it up at the top. And you're able to iterate really quickly, change the inputs, get a slightly different output. I think the most magical part of this is then going from that stack right to a floor plan. And this is the process that takes the most time if you're a space planner. It's the most painful part of the process. So that's hours of work that's streamlined. And it gives you the opportunity to sort of turn this into an AI canvas where you're starting with some inputs, you are using the system in order to generate an output, you're reacting to that, you're changing your inputs, and you're iterating. And you're doing so really rapidly, and it allows you to create a lot of different scenarios and ultimately fine-tune the best outcome. So that was the streamlined AI workflow. There are some amazing power-ups in here as well that I just want to highlight one more time because it's, I think it's something that really is going to save folks time, and it certainly saved our customers time. So one is the smart adjacencies, where you can track which teams need to co-locate, and you inform that with actual collaboration data for Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, or Zoom. Um, the ability to do what if scenario generation and comparison, and to just generate a lot of scenarios in a short period of time, which is something you couldn't do manually. And last but not least, it's predictive analytics for the future, right? And that's analyzing and processing all of your historical occupancy data, either from badge swipes or from reservations or from sensors, what have you, and using that in order to be able to make a really strong estimate about what the future holds.
Yeah, just to quickly jump in here, Dan, it's these categories of feature sets that are going to be the priority for us as the Office Space brand to deliver to market as fast as we can. The value here is that we're going to be able to streamline and make more quickly information to you so that we can make those big decisions about the workplace much faster and reduce the amount of overhead and manual tasks needed to get started with your space planning needs. So we'll have more info on that in the coming weeks, months, and make sure to check your collateral that's going to be coming your way after the webinar. So Dan, back over to you.
Yeah. So I'll just put some numbers on it. Enterprises using Dojo have cut their planning time by half. They've found ways to boost occupancy by up to 2/3. And we've seen customers optimize their portfolios by reducing their space needs in a very intelligent way by 30% or more. Um, on the yeah, I'll give a couple of customer examples to really just give you a sense of what's possible. First, a large New York City-based customer, they knew that they were seriously underutilizing their space and also grossly overpaying for it in their lease payments. Using Dojo, they were able to measure and get data around 10 of their buildings, and they saw that their occupancy was below 50%. And it had been for some time. They were able to model their true space needs and generate restack plans to deliver an average of 10 million in OpEx savings per building, which across that portfolio is 100 million in OpEx savings. Another customer, also in the finance space, wanted to restack in their headquarters from 4 floors down to 2. But they kept getting pushback internally because of a classic problem, which is politics. If the exec team was going to sit on the 38th floor, who would sit with them and who would be relegated to the other floor? Using Dojo, they were able to analyze their meetings and collaboration data, and they were able to show in a data-driven way why specifically the new investments team was going to benefit the most from being co-located with the execs. And using Dojo, they were able to rank 3 layout options objectively based on efficiency and also on collaboration. So the AI was able to remove the politics from the discussion, and effectively it freed 2 of their floors, unlocking almost 15 million in sublease revenue. And another customer, last one that I'll give, was rolling out its return to office plan, but they lacked visibility into who is actually coming in, right? They were changing the policy like many of us have, but they didn't really have good metrics for how it was going. Using Dojo, they created a single source of truth by merging their badge data and their reservation data. And that clarity let the customer break the picture down department by department, be able to report that back out to department leaders, and then also be able to rethink each team's needs in the stack. So by tailoring those in-office policies, they are finding a way to save up to 15 million by releasing 3 of their floors. So if we hit the next slide, I'd like to introduce one of our customers who, Jackie, thank you for joining us here today. This is Jackie Dunn, the VP of Real Estate for Moody's.
Thanks, Dan. For all of you who aren't familiar, Moody's provides data, insights, and tools to help customers understand the world, identify opportunities, and make confident decisions. We're backed by global expertise and a diverse team in over 40 countries. At Moody's, we use Dojo to make strategic business and real estate decisions based on the data. Dojo's team has always felt like an extended family to me. Their responsiveness, the creativity, and the deep understanding of our needs have made every collaboration feel seamless and personal. On a personal note, I am super excited about the possibilities with OfficeSpace and Dojo, where the data and the intelligence from all aspects of the workplace will be accessible under one platform.
Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing sharing that. We're very excited to keep doing our stuff together. Andres, back to you.
Yeah, and thank you, Jackie. We definitely share in that excitement. So we just heard some really exciting things that Dojo is already doing for their client base and the value they're adding to them, which we absolutely love. And as a matter of fact, and transparently, why we were so attracted to the Dojo brand and the Dojo team to begin with. They're very client-centric and they put the customer at the center of the workplace universe. And that's why we thought this combination would be so powerful, not only for you all on the call, but the market generally. Now, if you're an existing customer, this should excite you because we're going to use that same AI layer that Dojo has spent years and years developing and embed it inside the entire OfficeSpace platform. As a quick reminder for our new customers coming in from the Dojo side, partners and prospects alike, we have a broad, comprehensive platform that spans space planning, bookings and reservations, utilization and occupancy analytics, asset management, visitor management, wayfinding, and all of these areas of the product are about to get AI powered by the tech that Dojo and Dan and Jackie just explained, with all those benefits that are going to be downstream to each and every single one of you. And to be clear, this is not just for space planning, though that's where we're starting in this new AI era that we're in. In the coming quarters, this is going to positively impact the broader portfolio of products under the OfficeSpace plus Dojo banner. And that's the most exciting thing for us as a company. And I hope it's exciting each of you, whether you're an existing client, a future client of ours, or a partner. All right, Yoni, I'm going to pass it back off to you to tell everybody how they can get involved.
Great. Thanks, Andres. So what's next? For those who are familiar with OfficeSpace's product and development mantra, we build in public, and that's one of our core values as a company, and that will not change. And so Dojo is just going to make that even more interesting moving forward. So we want all of our clients, partners, even prospects to give us feedback on our roadmap and our designs. So first off, as you see on the screen here, for those clients, feel free to book demos with your client success managers. We've been fortunate to have many requests and inquiries, so we will get you slotted in as soon as possible to be able to see more. And then we've also seen a lot of inquiries through the Zoom, and that would actually be the best way to get these questions answered is through contacts with your client success managers, your commercial account managers, or your resident sales team. Also, for Dojo and OfficeSpace clients, scan the QR code here to the right if you'd like to join the early access program. And this is how we build out in front and in the public, as well as have kind of a long roadmap in front of the development plan to be building with you in the EAP. This EAP will be open to a limited number of clients. Dojo clients, we want you guys to be involved as well, but also OfficeSpace clients who are on the Pro and the Essentials package. You're all welcome to sign up, and we will get that kicked off in the coming weeks. You can also work alongside the product team as they're building and designing and iterating for how we're going to bring Dojo and OfficeSpace to the OfficeSpace experience and into the market. If we could advance to the next slide, I'll pass it back to Erin to share some closing thoughts.
Thank you, Yoni. So we partnered with Dojo and Dan and team to bring you these incredible capabilities because we share the same beliefs. One is that workplace is a growth lever, not a cost center. Teams need intelligent tools to move faster and make smarter, better decisions. Together, we're making space planning as fast and data-driven as it should be. Even as AI gets smarter, human connections matter more than ever. Technology should amplify collaboration, not replace it. That's the spirit behind every product decision that we make to make you, our clients, more effective in the application of technology to drive real value in your business. Back to you, Yoni.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Andres. Thank you, Dan, Jackie, and all of our clients, partners, and all participants for joining us today and being part of this next era in the market. Thank you all. Have a great day. Cheers.